Next, constitution and composition of audit committee, remuneration committee, corporate social responsibility committee. Okay, constitution, that is set up or appointing audit committee. In audit committee there are auditor. The qualification of auditor is chartered accountant, qualified person, or the qualification required to become auditor of any company is chartered accountant. 54, page number 54 and 55. Constitution and composition of audit committee. Constitution and composition of audit committee. Next, remuneration committee. Sometimes a director of the company, or directors of company require to pay some amount for the job they perform in the company. So this amount is known as remuneration. So to decide the rate and amount of remuneration, corporate social responsibility. As you know, that is corporate social responsibility. Corporate, that is companies. Social responsibilities, कंपन्यांची social responsibility. As a part of social responsibility, MIDCs, many MIDCs set up in Lote Parshuram MIDC provide a hospital facility, college facility, canteen facility, water facility to the society as a part of social responsibility. So in articles of association, the provision regarding setup of social responsibility is also part and content of articles of association of company. Next, provision for winding up of the company. Winding up means closing up of the company. How? Because as we studied earlier, in topic number 2, that is company's birth by law and company's death also by law. So winding up procedure of the company is given in the articles of association of the company. Winding up means closing up, shutting down the business of the company by following the lawful procedure given in the Companies Act 2013. Arbitration. Sometimes there is disputes between members of company and company management. So how to solve these disputes between company and management, between company and members, between company and outsiders. So all these things, the common term, that is arbitration. Next, indemnity. Indemnity, that is nuksan bharpai. If company due to certain causes face the problem of shortage of raw material, so production is not enough. If production is not enough, then companies sale of company is not up to the mark or up to their objectives of selling that particular product. So at that time, what happen? Company is required to indemnify, or under certain circumstances, any product of the company causes a damage to the users, at that time company must indemnify or pay the amount to the that particular person or customer. So at that time procedure of indemnity is also given in the articles of association of company. Next concept, lien on shares. Okay, lien on shares means company has a right to possess of possession of shares till the member does not pay of his debt and liabilities. जर एखाद्या मेंबरनं त्याच्या असणाऱ्या सर्व लायबिलिटीज आणि कर्ज कंपनीकडून डेट्स आहेत ते जर पे केले नाहीत तर तोपर्यंत त्या शेअरची पोझिशन किंवा मालकी स्वतःजवळ ठेवण्याचा राईट हा कंपनीला आहे. नेक्स्ट, आर्टिकल्स ऑफ असोसिएशन इन केस ऑफ प्रायव्हेट कंपनी मस्ट keep in mind while preparing articles in case of private company three restrictions. First restriction, that is limit the number of members, that is maximum number of members in case of private company not more than 200 or up to 200. Next, restrict the right to transfer shares. That is there are restrictions in respect of transferring shares to the public. Next, there is prohibition or regarding inviting public to buy the shares, debentures and any securities of the company for the public. Means private company have limitation to accept finance or to raise finance from general public in the form of share, debenture or any other financial instruments. Next part, alteration of articles of association. As per Companies Act states that alteration, that is changes in the articles of association of company, a company can change its articles of association of company. A company can change its articles of association of company by passing a special resolution in the general meeting. Then what is meant by special resolution? Special resolution means the resolution which is passed by 75% of majority, known as a special resolution. Altered article is binding on each and every member. Binding means to follow the altered article is compulsory for each and every member as a original article. Like a original article, altered article or changed article also followed by each and every member, and it is compulsory to follow by each and every member of company. Next, company can alter its articles of association in the following ways. First way, that the company adopt new set of an article, that is whole article, that is new set of article is added to the original article. By deleting any article in the articles of association, by adding or inserting new article, by adding or inserting new article, by amendment in article, by amendment or changes in article, and last way, giving a substitute to one of the article, giving a substitute. For example, if company wants to do, that is means if company is producing tea, if company is producing tea, so but due to some obstacles, the sale of tea of company is not at a peak point. So at that time, company tries to another substitute to produce another any product. So production of this another product must be first added into articles of association as a substitute to existing product. So substitution of an article. So that is, here I give example regarding the product, but any other rules also substituted. Either you do such things, or there are, for doing anything there are two ways. You follow first rule or second way. You follow first way or second way. Both way achieve the same objectives. Both way achieve the same objectives. But which path you follow is depend upon you. So substitution of articles. Okay, next, doctrine of indoor management. First, I want to tell you this part is removed from the syllabus for evaluation purpose for this academic year because of COVID-19. That is doctrine of indoor management and enrichment of articles. Both parties totally removed from the syllabus, not taken for evaluation purpose for this academic year. But a quick recap of doctrine of indoor management for your knowledge purpose. In a company management, there are certain things which are internal to company and cannot open it for outsiders. So, as per this doctrine of indoor management, keep in mind, as per this doctrine of indoor management, the person who enters into contract with the company, need not make inquiry about internal management of the company. So this principle is known as doctrine of indoor management. That is, indoor means the internal functioning of the company is not a part of study of outsiders. It is the part of within the organization and not for the outsiders. So as per this principle, a person entering into contract with the company need not inquire whether the company or its officers have properly following or not following the proper procedure of conducting business as per articles. Okay, so this is the meaning of doctrine of indoor management. And one part, that is enrichment of article. Enriched article are those articles, enriched articles are those articles which cannot be which cannot be altered, which cannot be altered by passing only a special resolution, by passing only a special resolution. But to amend this article require 9/10 of majority. 9/10 means if there are 10 persons in as a member in the company, so there is 9 member must be required in favor of that amendment or that change, known as enrichment of article. As we discuss in topic number 3, as we discuss in topic number 3, there are two most important documents required for the formation of company. One is, that is MOA, and second one, that is AOA. But another document which required for the raising capital, this document is known as prospectus. This document is known as prospectus. Okay, so prospectus, what is meant by prospectus? In simplest way, prospectus means, in simplest way, prospectus means it is an invitation given by company to the public to come and subscribe the shares or securities of the company, known as prospectus. So, as our textbook, when a public company is collecting capital by issuing shares, when a public company is collecting capital by issuing shares to the public, has to issue one document called prospectus. Then what are the content of the prospectus? The prospectus contains information regarding the securities offered by company, all terms and conditions regarding the shares, debenture, bonds, deposits which company issue to the public, all rules and regulation, term and conditions, all facts, all truth regarding the issue of securities is clearly mentioned in the prospectus. Like face value of share, total number of shares issued by company, board resolution passed by company in respect of collecting capital from public. All these things means each and everything relating to the issue of any security is clearly mentioned in document known as a prospectus. So, as per section 270, as per section 2 into bracket 70 of Companies Act 2013, of Companies Act 2013, defines prospectus prospectus. Any document means any type of document, any document described or issued, any document described or issued as a prospectus, as a prospectus, and includes article 3, article 32A, that is red herring prospectus or shelf prospectus. Any document described, any document means any type of document, or issued as a prospectus include article 3A. In Companies Act 2013 there are various types of prospectus are given, which are also given in our textbook also. There is abridged prospectus, shelf prospectus, red herring prospectus, letter of offer and offer letter. So as per article 3A, red herring prospectus or shelf prospectus or any notice, circular, advertisement or other documents inviting, which is used for inviting to the public for the subscription or purchase of any securities of a company or a body corporate. I repeat once again, any documents means any type of document which described or issued as a prospectus, any document which describe or issue as a prospectus by the company, including red herring prospectus and shelf prospectus or any notice, circular, advertisement or other documents inviting offers from the public for the subscription or purchase of any security. Securities means shares, debentures, bonds, deposits of a company. That all these instruments, that is shares, debenture, bond and deposits, through these instruments company get finance. Shares is the only way of collecting own sources, OWNED, collecting own sources, and all other debenture, bond, deposits are the sources of borrowed capital, that is debt capital or loan capital. These debenture, bonds and deposits creates loan on the company, creates loan or debt on the company. DEBT, debt. So it is expected from the company that prospectus must contain rules, a true and factual disclosure, that is each and everything relating to the issue of securities must be disclosed in the document which is known as a prospectus. Because the institution who invest their money in the company, first they go throughout the prospectus in detail. First they see the prospectus and then they decide about, after reading all the information which is given in the prospectus, about investing their money in that particular company. Who issue prospectus? So first type of prospectus, that is abridged prospectus. Okay, so what is meant by abridged prospectus? it contains, this prospectus contains main content of prospectus but in brief, in short. That is main content, only highlighted points, only highlighted points is covered under this prospectus known as a abridged prospectus. And this prospectus, along with this prospectus, one form is attached, along with this prospectus, one form is attached, and this form is known as, application form. This form is known as application form for securities. This form is known as application form for the securities. This prospectus, that is abridged prospectus, is issued only in case of public offer made by company. Means when company invite public, when company invite public directly, in that case, or in public offer, not for private placement, only for public offer. Means when company collect capital from public or raise finance from public, so in that time only this type of prospectus is issued by company. And this prospectus contains only a highlighted main points or main content, but in short, known as a abridged prospectus. Next prospectus, shelf prospectus. A public company may raise funds. A public company may raise funds from the public by issuing securities, as and when it needs more funds. A public company, what is meant by public company? A public company means a company which is not a private company, and this company raise funds from the public. This company raise funds from the public by issuing securities, as and when it needs, more funds. So for every issue, fresh prospectus is to be issued. When company wants to raise a capital, so at that particular each and every time company issue a different prospectus. The process of preparing and registering a prospectus with the ROC, the process of preparation and registration and filing the prospectus with the ROC is very time consuming and lengthy process. Thus, instead of preparing fresh prospectus for every issue, or for, means if in a year if company collect more than 2 to 3 times the capital, so at that time company required to issue prospectus each and every time. But instead of issuing fresh prospectus for every issue, a company can prepare shelf prospectus. So this prospectus can be used for all issues made by company up to 1 year from the date of first offering securities. So this prospectus is used or issued by the company up to 1 year, means from the first date of offering securities under this prospectus. Means this validity of this prospectus is for 1 year. means if in a year company issues company issue shares 2 to 3 times, so for each time company does not require to issue prospectus, company issue prospectus at once only, and this prospectus is valid for a year. However, an information memorandum is to be filed. However, the information memorandum is to be filed with the ROC every time at a subsequent offer of security is made during the valid period of 1 year of the shelf prospectus. ज्या वेळेला कंपनी हे शेल्फ प्रॉस्पेक्टस इश्यू करते, हां समजा पहिल्यांदा शेल्फ प्रॉस्पेक्टस वापरलेला आहे कंपनीने, पहिल्यांदा शेअर इश्यू केले त्यावेळेला, पण पुन्हा प्रत्येक वेळेला ड्युरिंग 1 इयरमध्ये कंपनी ज्या 2-3 वेळा शेअर्स इश्यू करणार आहे त्या प्रत्येक वेळेला शेअर इश्यू करत असताना एक इन्फॉर्मेशन डॉक्युमेंट, ज्याला इन्फॉर्मेशन मेमोरंडम म्हटलेलं आहे, ते इन्फॉर्मेशन मेमोरंडम ह्या शेल्फ प्रॉस्पेक्टसच्या बरोबर कंपनीनं काय करायचं, ROCला सबमिट करायचं आहे. नेक्स्ट, द इन्फॉर्मेशन मेमोरंडम कंटेन्स लेटेस्ट मटेरियल फॅक्ट्स. What is meant by latest material facts? Latest material facts means the latest information about the new issue of shares. That is, at first time company issue securities, that time company register shelf prospectus, but shelf prospectus validity of shelf prospectus is for 1 year. So in that between 1 year company issue 2 to 3 times securities or shares to the public. So after at the time of second issue, at the time of third issue, at the time of fourth issue, company is required to file one document known as information memorandum, and in that information memorandum must contain all material facts, all true information regarding that particular issue of securities or shares. The informative memorandum contains latest material facts such as new charges created on assets of company. In case of the company issue debentures means debenture is an acknowledgement of loan. It is one of the debt capital. That is the part of our 12th secretarial practice, topic number 4 and topic number 2 of 12th relating to the issue of debentures. Changes in financial position from that succeeding offers means from first offer to second offer to third offer, and third offer to fourth offer. In between that period or gap, how the financial position of company changes is also shown in the information memorandum. Then what is meant by charges? Given in our textbook. That is, charges is an interest or lien. Charges is an interest or lien created on the assets of the company. Charges is a lien or interest created on the assets of the company when it uses them as a security to borrow money. Okay, many times when, for example, all of you, I think if you have proper knowledge about your family background, your parents take loans from banks. So at that time your parents provide one document or sometimes provide a document and property documents to the banks as a lien or as a mortgage to the bank as a security against loan which assigned by bank to your parents. बऱ्याच वेळा काय होतं की ज्यावेळेला आपण लोन वगैरे घ्यायला बँकेमध्ये जातो तर ते लोन घेत असताना बँका काय करतात तर आपल्याकडून काही प्रॉपर्टी तारणून घेतात. तारण घेणे म्हणजे मॉर्गेज करून घेणे. ती प्रॉपर्टी आपल्याला तोपर्यंत विकता येत नाही जोपर्यंत आपण बँकेचे लोन काय करत नाही, रिपे करत नाही. तशाच पद्धतीने ज्यावेळेला तुम्ही सिक्युरिटीज इश्यू करताय, ज्यावेळेला सिक्युरिटीज इश्यू केल्या जातात त्यावेळेला डिबेंचर जर इश्यू केले असतील तर ते सिक्युअर टाईपचे असतील, तर जोपर्यंत कंपनी त्या डिबेंचर होल्डरचं पेमेंट करत नाही, रिपेमेंट करत नाही, तोपर्यंत कंपनीला ते ॲसेट्स विकता येत नाहीत, नोन ॲज अ. आणि त्यासाठी ॲसेट्सवरती जे चार्ज लावले जातात त्याला म्हणतात चार्ज ऑन ॲसेट्स. नेक्स्ट, रेड हेरिंग प्रॉस्पेक्टस. Red herring prospectus is a kind of incomplete prospectus. Red herring prospectus is a kind of incomplete prospectus as it does not include, this prospectus does not include complete particulars. This prospectus does not include complete information about quantity of securities offered, quantity of securities offered and price of securities offered. If company wants to issue shares, so the quantity of shares and price of shares is not issued in the, is not given in the prospectus. But in case of average prospectus and shell prospectus, all these things are mentioned, that is quantity of securities issued and price of securities issued, all the things are mentioned. But in case of a red herring prospectus, the quantities of securities offered and issue price is not mentioned. Quantity of securities offered and issue price is not mentioned. So it is usually issued at the time of IPO. This prospectus is issued at the time of IPO. That is, what is meant by IPO? Initial public offer. Initial public offer means when company issue securities at a first time, when company issue securities at a first time, known as IPO, that is initial public offer. When it is given in the textbook is when a company offers its shares for the first time to the public. When a company offers a shares or securities first time to the public, it is known as a IPO. For any issue done under the book building process, then what is meant by book building process? It is the part of the study of 12th commerce. Topic number 3, issue of shares. It is a process by which company determine issue price of securities based on demand from the public. That is, if company require application for 10 lakh shares, but there are only 9 lakh shares, application for 9 lakh shares, so at that time it is a process through which the price of securities or shares is decided from the demand from the public. A red herring prospectus shall have same obligations that are applicable to prospectus. हे जरी इनकम्प्लीट प्रॉस्पेक्टस असलं तरी ऑर्डिनरी प्रॉस्पेक्टसला जेवढं महत्त्व आहे तेवढंच ह्या प्रॉस्पेक्टसलाही महत्त्व आहे. A company must file a red herring prospectus with registrar of company, that is ROC, at least 3 days prior to the opening of the subscription list. At least 3 days before to the opening of subscription, that is actual period during which the people send their application to the company to buy or subscribe the shares of the or securities of the company. Before 3 days of that particular period, before 3 days of this period, company must file a prospectus with ROC. Next, letter of offer. There is one issue of securities known as a right issue. there is one issue of securities known as a right issue. So in case of right issue, right issue means the first right when company needs further capital and wants to issue shares or securities. So the first right of issuing shares or securities is given to the existing equity shareholder in respect of or in proportion to their existing shareholdings in the company. This right is known as right issue. This issue is known as a right issue of shares. This issue is known as a right issue of shares. So for the right issue, company issue one document which is also known as a prospectus or have a status of prospectus known as a letter of offer. Known as a letter of offer. Known as a letter of offer. It contains the details of the offer. It consists or it includes the details of the offer. That is, right issue means it is a right given by company to its existing equity shareholder. It is a right given by company to its existing equity shareholder. To its existing equity shareholder to buy and subscribe the shares of the company. So at that time, company issue one document known as a letter of offer. And last document, that is offer letter. Offer letter is issued to a selected group of investors. And in case of private placement, when any company collect capital privately on its own basis but not giving or allotting securities to more than 200 persons, not giving securities or shares to more than 200 persons, known as a private placement. So at that time, company issue one document known as offer letter. Known as offer letter. Known as offer letter. Private placement. What is meant by private placement? Private placement means when a company offer its shares or securities. When company offer its shares or securities to a selected group of investors. To a selected group of investors, known as a offer, known as a private placement. And when company go for the private placement, at that time company issue one document which contains all the information relating to the issue of securities and shares, known as offer letter.